Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Unbox with Anas. Today video we will discuss about the constructor in Java. So before wasting the time, let's start the video. So the first one is what is a constructor? The basically constructor is a special type of non-static method which doesn't have return type. The second point, the name of a constructor should be similar to the class name. This is the rule of the constructor. Wherever you're writing your constructor, that constructor should have the same name as their class name. Also, the syntax to create the constructor. So, the syntax of creating constructor is, let's suppose here, access modifier, class name, and the formal argument. The formal argument means the variable which you are providing inside of this constructor. Whatever the states you are providing inside this parenthesis is considered as a formal argument. Class name should be same as the constructor name should be same as a class name. Access modifier to give your access to your constructor, what type of access you want to be. Public, default, private, whatever you want to. That four type of access modifier is there. You can provide one of them. Modifier is like to be a static, non-static type of things. So let's come to the next page. Is the purpose of the constructor. What is the purpose of the constructor? The interviewer asked the what is the purpose of the constructor? So the constructor provides states and behavior for an object. Means a property of your object, and the behavior is a method of your object. That action or the property. Next one is it execute non-static block. Also, we have it executes programmer written instruction inside the construction body. Okay, means the constructor which created by yourself is considered as a programmer written instruction inside the constructor body. So let's go to the next point is types of constructor based on the formal argument. There are two types of constructor, that is a no argument constructor and parameterized constructor. What is this type? People get confused. What is the no argument constructor? What is the parameterized constructor? These are the basic things which interviewer will definitely ask. So the no argument constructor, if a constructor doesn't contain any formal argument, then it is known as a no argument constructor. Means let's take the example to understand this. See, this is the example of the constructor. This is the public test and this parenthesis and end with this block. So what is happening here? As you can see here inside the parenthesis, we don't have the any states. Okay. For that reason, it considered as a no argument constructor. If the states is written inside the this parenthesis, it will be considered as a parameterized constructor. Also, we have a parameterized constructor. So, if a constructor contain formal argument, it known as a parameterized constructor. So, also the main purpose of the parameterized constructor. So, interviewer will ask you the question: what is the purpose of the parameterized constructor? People get going to the blind. What are the questions they are asking? So the main purpose of the parameterized constructor is to initialize the states and object during object creation. In the compilation time, it will be provide the initialize the states of an object. So let's take the example. See, here we have example. Public test and int A, int B. This is the states. This makes this constructor is a parameterized constructor. Let's go to next page. So note means the point which you have to definitely mention when you interviewer ask. If a class if a class contains zero constructor, then compiler add the constructor in a class. You might be get confused here how the compiler will add the constructor. Don't worry about, I will explain. The constructor add by compiler is known as a default constructor or implicit constructor. The compiler always add no argument constructor as default constructor. Uh, Means let's suppose here we have a vehicle class. Okay, this vehicle class have some let's suppose have some uh, program to print the brand price and things. For that, they need the object and constructor. In the compilation time, vehicle.class public vehicle this constructor is there. This is the constructor. This is the default constructor which is added by the compiler in the compilation time. Is considered as a default constructor. Did you understand? Yeah, you will understand this. You have to understand this. Okay. If you confusion about this, don't worry about. I will explain in the Eclipse with some program as well. Let's go to the Eclipse to understand this constructor. Okay, I just creating the vehicle class. Okay, and this vehicle class should have some properties. So vehicles have obviously name, name. Then we have the vehicle have brand values, so brand, and also we have a price that vehicles have. This is the three states or three variable or three properties we needed. Okay, so let's create the main method and creating the our object. If you know about the object, p is equal to new vehicle. So if you know about the vehicle, let me. So you can watch the previous videos. That is where I explain the how the object works. So I just give you the short way to understand the how the object work. Basically, object work with the four steps. The first step is a new keyword creates a block of memory in a heap area. Okay, this new keyword will be create the memory in the heap area where the our data will be stored temporarily. Step 2, new keyword call the constructor. This new keyword call the constructor. So you may be getting confused. The constructor is not present in our class. How it calls. Don't worry about it. I will explain and you will understand how it works. The step 3, the constructor provide states and behavior for an object. Means this is the our constructor. Okay, this provide its states and behavior of an object. So The vehicle have the properties like name, brand, and price. It will be provided by this constructor. Okay, this is the constructor. So how it happens? And step 4, once the object is created, see this object is created, is the new keyword is return the address of the object. Okay, this will be a new keyword, create the object address of your object. This is the object now. It will be creating the address of the object. Okay. So now let's suppose this out, just printing the our values. So v dot name. Also we have this out as well. Yes. V dot brand. Also we have this out of v dot price. If we run this program, what will be getting? We will get the default value of our property or states null, 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 and 0.0. So if we initialize the our variable and providing the values, let's take the constructor. So first we'll take the default constructor. Just left click and going to the source, going to the generate constructor using fails and create the default constructor first. That is a no argument constructor. If I creating this, that means it is a no argument constructor. If we didn't create it, if we didn't create it, then the compiler adding in the compilation time. So I just created, this is a program written, that's why it is a no argument constructor. No argument constructor. Because they don't have the any parameters inside the vehicle or the formal argument. So what will they do? They just execute our program because we just adding the no argument constructor. But still now we don't have the parameterized constructor to provide the states and behavior. So let's create the parameterized constructor. Going to the source, generate constructor using fields and select all and then generate it. So this is the our method shift plus F provide the orientation of your program. So this public vehicle string name string brand double price. This is the constructor. What type of constructor? It is a public. The this is the access modifier and the vehicle is our as a class name. Okay. So inside of this we don't need a super because we don't have to extend this class. That's why we don't need a super call statement here. And this is the store the current object reference. Now inside of this object you can provide the details. So let's suppose name. So name like uh, bike. Okay, bike is a our vehicle name, comma uh, let's suppose have brand of data and this slash not slash comma price is 2000. Okay, 2010. Control S. Okay, this is not a string, this is a double typo. So yeah, now if we run this our program, what will we get? We will get the value of the name variable. Run it. See, bike, the data. 2000. Why it's printing in red? I think we add somewhere is ERR. Instead of ERR, you just right click out. Okay. So this way you have to create your constructor and provide the no variable constructor as well and running your program normally. Most of the time you have to write your constructor, your own constructor. That is a programmer written constructor. Thank you for watching Tech Unbox with Anas. Before you go, let's subscribe my channel.